Y'all see the 3 plaques right there, right? Those are Pac's last 3 albums. That man made Pac who the fuck he is. That man right there. Kev, I just want you to introduce you to them. You know, let you say what's up. And there's one kid in here, he want to be a producer.
What's up with you, man?
And everything good, baby. Everything good, baby.
All right.
But I just wanted this kid, Mr. Copeland, to see what a producer is. A legend. You got to humble yourself to get to where that man is. And you'll see that man walking around, you don't even know who the fuck he is. He's that humble. He's that humble. He's that fucking humble. But he's a fucking legend. That man is...
You know, I appreciate the accolades and all that kind of stuff, but, you know, I just want to say, hey, whoever's on this line, how many people are on here?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Of us total.
How many?
9.
How many?
9.
9.
Are their mics on?
Yeah.
So what are their names? What are y'all names?
My name's
Well,
Heather
my name
Banks.
is True. Okay.
I'm Queen Twisted.
Okay.
I'm Anthony.
Anthony. And who else? That's how many I just heard? 1, 2, 3, 4.
You know who else on the Kev? You know who else on the Kev?
Hold on, bro. Okay, let me hear the names. I want to hear each individual so I can hear a physical voice before I begin saying anything. I'm sorry.
Nice dog.
Okay. Well, I just want to say it. Okay. Okay, what's going on, y'all? How y'all doing?
We blessed. My name is True Will. My name is True Will. This is a worldwide collaboration. This is my Zoom call. So thanks for coming in.
Nah, man, it's okay, brothers and sisters. I just wanted to, you know, it's like, because I've been doing speaking engagements and I've learned before I even say something, I like to get to know the room first. Like, who are you? Like, what's your names and stuff? To say, hey, it's an honor to meet you guys, because I don't put myself on a pedestal. And it's a reason why I have arrived to where I'm at. And you know, all glory goes to God, number one. Amen. Because y'all looking at a man who almost lost his life a few times. And they say when that happens, you never look at life the same again. No matter what your accomplishments are in the world, you never look at life the same again. So I can answer any questions. I mean, you could tell me where you want me to go with it. If anybody's curious, just from me, I'll just briefly give you a description of who I am and what I've done. So yes, I worked with Pac. I worked with Big Nas, and I was about to work with Big before he died. There's a song that I did for Tupac called Only Fear of Death. Biggie was going to write Biggie, 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 can't you see? He was going to write that to that song. So if you ever listen to Only Fear of Death, imagine Biggie doing that song to that track. But I couldn't snatch it from Pac because he already wrote what he wrote to it. So it was an honor to work with all three of them. And me as a producer, I had many challenges and many things I had to learn in life as well. Rosie, come here. Let's get some juice. Come here, baby. Hello?
No, you good, Kev? Kev, you good?
All right, so one of my greatest achievements, and I'm gonna physically show it to y'all. So here's the thing. This is what I did. I believe in innovation. Now, does everybody on this line believe in innovation?
I do. I'm an
innovator. I do.
So what I like to do is I like to use my influence, my impact, my gift to create other innovators. So to give you an example is because hip hop was always about, what we believed in. So when we did the Thug Life, right? A lot of people didn't know what this was. So if I was to ask you all on this phone, just for starters, what Thug Life meant to you guys? What the acronym? You remember the acronym, right?
Yeah, true, humbly united gangsters or something like that.
Nope,
Under God,
nope,
something true,
nope,
humbly
nope,
under
nope,
God.
not even close.
That was Bone
Anybody
Thugs
else?
acronym.
Anybody else?
Oh God, I used to know.
They came out with the movie, remember? So, okay, we're not going to do it. I don't want to say, quiz everybody, but it was the hate you give little infants fucks everybody, right? That's the acronym, Thug Life. The hate you give little infants. But because I went on to do lectures at universities and stuff like that. So when I asked people that, the whole room is raising their hand like, yo. The hate you give little infants fucks everybody. The hate you give little infants. I said, okay, so let's slow it down. The hate, who was the you we was talking about? Everywhere I speak, it's quiet.
Yeah.
The government, little infants, Bill Clinton came out with the crime bill. Live Squad, that's my group. Live Squad, Big Stretch, the Young Guns.
Okay.
We came up with Game of Survival because of the crime bill. When I met Tupac, he wanted the Game of Survival. He wanted to take that concept. But I was signed to Warner Brothers. He was with Interscope, so they did not want us to collab that way because they thought, we would sell more records over there and he would sell more records over here. So to make a long story short, we said, look, call it the life of a thug. Call it the life of a thug, because that's what they were creating, putting guns and drugs in the neighborhood. Remember, hip hop back then was always a message. Don't disrespect our women, yo, and all that. Stand up for what's right. Fear of a Black Planet, Public Enemy, and all of them. The radical hip hop. So what I'm saying is, when Bill Clinton came up with the crime bill and he was on Arsenio Hall, blowing it, man, he could. And the black culture was voting for him. But a lot of people didn't know that the crime bill had the 3 strikes you out rule. 3 felonies, 25 years, no questions asked. So I don't want to be long-winded here. So when we did that, we said, yo, man, but you couldn't come out and say, man, we moving bricks or we this, fuck the government, because they will come knocking at your door. You'll get banned. They'll take it off the shelves. So we had to do it subliminally. Aim or survival. Because everywhere you went on New York, all along the East Coast, niggas were saying, yo, I got 2 strikes, man. I didn't even do nothing, man. I got a felony, man. I can't even get a job, yo. So guess what? Everybody was forced to hustle packs. Because they got kids to feed. They got mouths to feed because now they got a felony. And to this day, you mark a felony on an application, you ain't going to be working. So the hate you give, why did we call them little infants? Because the crime bill put a lot of dudes out of society. Society turned their backs on good dudes, man. And we were so passionate because we're seeing dudes all along Virginia, North Carolina, DC, and everything, man. They loved the tour, the promotional tour we did because we kept promoting that. The crime bill. The crime bill created a lot of crooked cops, TNT, technical, Rudolph Giuliani, and all of them. They was pulling people over. If you got $1,500 in your pocket, they take that $1,500 and they give you a card and say, you got to prove to us how you made this money. And dudes started faking it, saying my mom owned a grocery store or whatever and bringing proof. And that's how they got their money back. So it created a whole thing until Our people came together and abolished TNT, but the crime bill kept going. But guess what? When Joe Biden, let's do our homework, when Joe Biden became president, did you see Bill Clinton apologizing for the crime bill? If y'all don't remember, Google Bill Clinton apologizes for the crime bill.
Got that knowledge, God.
So here it goes. When I met Pac, Pac wanted to call it Game of Survival, and we said, no, call it The Life of a Thug. And that's when he flipped it to Thug Life. So we did that album. So Live Squad was behind it. So when I'm holding up, I'm sorry.
No. Go ahead, Kevin.
So when I'm holding up that plaque in front of hundreds of people or cameras, I'm pointing to it and I'm pointing here. We influenced Thug Life. Although Pac was radical, and I would never take nothing from him. I would never, ever try and talk bad about him. But Pac wasn't the vehicle for Thug Life because he was too sensitive. So when you hear Brenda's got a baby, dear mama, and all that, that's Tupac. But the
Pac
thug
really was not a
Tupac,
thug. Pac wasn't really a killer.
Pac was never a thug.
He wasn't a killer. Let me not to cut you off, Kev. Now, when Kev talked about the money, one of the main niggas from Brooklyn got caught up. He got 45 years of life right now. Same nigga that supposedly shot Pac. Tut.
Who?
Tut. The same nigga that supposedly shot Pac.
No, he did. He did.
I know, but I'm saying supposedly. I ain't
He
pointing
did.
no finger. I know he
He
did.
did. I
That's
know
what Tut, my
what
man.
and the reason why, but he did not come there to shoot Tupac.
No, he did. But Tut is my man. I love
Okay.
man Tut go way back.
Okay, but hold on. Stop. We're not going off on a tangent though.
Hold up, bro. This is the original G-Man of hip hop. I mentored Tupac. Now, with this being, I'm the man that named hip hop. The actual man, not them lions that everybody keep feeding it. But the bottom line is, some of the people, the only reason why I'm stopping is so that the people that is listening can understand what y'all mean by shot Pac. They talking about when Pac got shot at the studio, not when he
at the studio.
So let's clarify for the young ones that don't, understand.
At the studio.
You're right. So let's not do that because that's not why I'm here to even talk about that.
Go ahead, Kev.
So my point is that a lot of people didn't know what Thug Life was. So that's what I'm breaking it down. The hate you give little infants, they became little infants. And why does it fuck everybody? Because we were predicting back then, at least 20 years from now, the streets are going to be savagery. Look at our streets now. Look at our young people now.
Wasteland.
So I'm going to just say this one more thing, is that when TNT started a lot of the studios y'all see. Everybody got these studios, and hustlers, the cocaine was drying up on the streets. So hustlers figured out a way to do cocaine on wax.
Yeah.
So we could do our independent label and sell 100,000 out of our trunk. That's platinum. Without a record label.
That's Tech-9.
The Mecca right here.
So, you know what I mean? It's like, no, I don't take away from it. I just do the knowledge on the evolution of things. You see what I'm saying? So what I've learned in hip hop with how you have, and one thing Pac always said, he said, if you have 50,000 real ass niggas, I mean, straight real dudes, right now, the way it is, you got about double wannabes, phonies. And that number grows because I've been in plenty of studios, and I don't want to mention any names, that when they was on the mic, they was spitting some shit. But when they came out of the studio, they was like, yo, man, I'm just saying, I just be rapping like that, man. You know, I'm just trying to get on, man. You know, that's all. Because we saying, nigga, you know that ain't you.
We just an apple turnover.
So
Shit is real.
So, you know, enough respect to everybody. And the reason why I became who I am, I get love from a lot of people because if you are this way, and the best way to explain it, you could sit here and say, you know, somebody who sings, right? But they hate the crowds. They're like, nah, girl, you got a good voice, man. And then all of a sudden I said, just try it. Come on. They in the studio all scared. I've been around people who are so scared, but they sing so beautiful where I have to kick everybody out the studio so she don't be nervous and worrying about if she sound good. And now she's relaxed. The producer has to relax the artist. Don't worry about it. I got you. Just come from here. Sing like you singing to why you wrote this? Because somebody passed away. Just imagine them so I could bring the emotion out, right? So now she blows up.
Oh, good.
Now every show she does, she's telling security, hurry up and get me to the car, to the bus, to the van. Security, come on. Oh, can we have your autograph? No. Oh, like dang, she just gone. She
Boy,
just
if y'all
like
only knew. If you only knew.
she ain't checking. She ain't checking for them because she has a phobia of crowds.
Mm.
So now her fans are saying, fuck that bitch, man. She thinks she all that. Can't even sign an autograph. Everybody doing videos, man, my son wanted an autograph. You got your poster on his wall. But they don't know. So let's think about it for a second. Imagine a 50-city tour. That song blew up. And she has to do the 3 to 4 shows a week in that city. And she got to deal with all those crowds. Now let's multiply the time. Years. Now she's been in the game for 5 years. Guess where we find her? 2:00 in the morning down at the bar. Or in her room. Or she got money to get it. But the only reason why she's doing the substance is to escape reality. So now she has moved so far away from who she is. Now she's up here in the fame, the free clothes, Louis, Gucci, all that shit. And now her mind is like, man, this all the accolades that go along with it. But the real person, she can never come back down to. And that's what happens with a lot of artists. They cannot, they fight to be that person, but they got to stay up here because this is the image that they created to the world.
Say that.
Hey,
what humbled me is I was a nigga that would go to the mall with 20 G's in my pocket. Yo, let me get, those are the new Nike. Let me get the blue. Let me get the black. Let me get the all white. Man, let me get this. Let me get that. Oh, come on, let's go to the store. And I didn't realize that I was speedballing. I was caught up. So when we was on the Thug Life tour, and they used to give us hotel rooms with the dining rooms and the living room. I didn't need all that, but you get used to it with your robes and your slippers outside your door and these fancy packs and all of that. And you get caught up in it. But one day on a tour, and this, I kid you not, this is what humbled me. Yo, y'all just got on stage. Yo, check me out. Yo, I want you to hear me. Just please, man, please. So I said, yo, I'll be back down. I'm gonna so I go upstairs, take my jewels off and come back down because the lobby is packed. And I went right over to dude, and it was about 7, 8 other dudes came in this section. The section started getting more and more crowded, but they listening to me, talking with them and listening to their beats. But then I turned and looked at dude. Dude is fucking crying, tears. And he said, yo, man, I can't believe I'm sitting here talking with you, man. You was just on stage. And I'm like, yo, beast, man. I was like, yo, I can't believe you sit here talking to me. And I'm looking at him like, this is the thing I don't even know. I was raised very well by a single mom in Harlem. My family is very unique. My grandmother had the first black-owned hat store on 125th Street, Sadie Bryant.
Ooh.
Ving Rhames is my cousin. Andrea Harrell is my cousin. But the Rhames has this integrity about himself. I'm sorry?
Andre Harrell from Uptown?
Yeah, Uptown Records that passed away.
Oh, wow. That pup used to work for. Okay.
Yeah, that pup used to work for. So my thing is, I always said, man, if I make it in the game, man, I ain't gonna change. I ain't gonna smoke no weed. I ain't gonna do it. Man, you do everything when you in the game,
Every
bro.
motherfucking thing.
Everything that you say you not gonna, man, hit some of this. Man, I don't smoke weed like that, man. Yo, hit some of this, though. Oh, shit. Now I'm smoking this. So that moment with that man, that young man in the lobby floored me. I came back to my hotel room, not even the same. The excitement of like, yeah, we just did it, man. We doing our thing, blah, blah, blah. So I created Ground Watch to stay close to the ground.
Low ground.
Low ground, and then it transformed to Ground Watch. Stay low to the ground. And then I did Ground Watch. Now, Ground Watch is this. I have 3 perspectives when I go and speak, because I tell every educator, because the University of Chicago gave me my own building for next year. They gave me the Art Center, and they said I could do whatever I want. So we putting
That's
together
what I'm saying.
something. We
You
doing
know I'm
something
coming for you.
that I'm not going to be the only speaker. I'm going to be the headline. But here's the thing. The 3 perspectives, I'm sorry if I'm long-winded, all of y'all that's listening to me.
Keep
Good,
going.
God. Drop that
It's
knowledge.
just
That's why I
my
got
3
you.
perspectives, because thug life had to evolve. A lot of kids weren't even born, but most of the high schools, because I targeted a lot of the dangerous neighborhoods on the south side and some of the west side, that when I went and spoke to these kids, I said, before I begin, but hold up, I tell all the educators, don't tell them a Tupac producer is coming. Just say Kevin Rames, right? So while I'm talking with them, I said, how many of you heard of Tupac? All the classes. Yo, like, really? I said, so I go into it, and they know that I'm a music producer, so everything is quiet, right? So the perspectives is I impact you. Oh shit, a Tupac producer. Yo, a Tupac producer's here. Now I can impact you, right? Only now.
I'm in a meeting right now. I'm on a Zoom. Let me call you back.
Hello?
No, I got Kev. That was me.
Okay, I impact you to engage you because y'all gonna listen. So everywhere I talk, I speak, you can hear a pin drop, y'all. You can hear a pin drop. Now, I've been on panels with a lot of educated people. You know, Dr. Wilson, you can't call him Mr. Wilson. No, it's Dr. Wilson. I've been in education for over 25 years, and it's respectfully so. You call me Dr. Wilson. And I say, okay, Dr. Wilson. No problem. Even a woman, Dr. Washington. I've been in education, but then I met people who say, no, don't call me doctor. It's not a big deal. Those are the humble ones. But when Dr. Wilson, and this is what I notice about the culture, when Dr. Wilson and Dr. Washington is talking, everybody's noisy. So I would stand up with my suit on, and I would take a pen, an ink pen, take it out of my pocket, and I'll drop it. And then I'll sit back down. Dr. Washington, same thing. When it's time for me to speak, the auditorium is quiet. So I get up and I take my pen out of my suit pocket and drop it. And I say, how many of you heard that pen drop just now? Everybody raises their head. And I say, how many of you saw me do that when Dr. Washington and Dr. Wilson was talking? Only a few people in the front row. See, this is how I give respect back to them. I said, they travel here from all over the country to come give y'all direction and education. I come from a world of entertainment. So I guess I'm more relative. But hold on, let me pull out my degree. I went back to school and got a degree in computer science because it's all about impacting the culture. So when I come back to this, I created this concept. I impact you to engage you, to empower you. That's what Thug Life was about, to empower us. So I innovated and evolved it to this. Before I speak, I want everybody's name and tell me who you aspire to be. So Jamal will say, I'm Jamal, and what's your end goal here? Whether it's college level or high school level, I want to be an archaeologist. I heard something that was so powerful from a young lady, I think her name was Ananika or something, and she said, I want to own my own corporation to give free health care. I said, are you serious? What makes you think that? You want to be a brain surgeon. He want to be a biotech. Hey, Howard, what makes you want to be a biotech? What makes you want to be a brain surgeon? YouTube videos. They're saying YouTube videos, right? Okay. And I said, now let me tell y'all something about me. I may not have a hat on or the chain. I'll throw a chain on or take my suit jacket off, take my hat, put it backwards, and I'll put on some Gucci shades. And everybody's looking like, oh, shoot, what is he doing? And I pull out my gold and platinum records. And now the whole room is like, yo, oh, shit. Now I pull out the Tupac hat. Yeah, music producer, Tupac, Nas, Biggie, blah, blah, blah. You should see all these teenagers. Man, you gotta hear us. We cold, dog. We cold. We cold. So I give them my spill where I'm from and how I got involved in hip hop and blah, blah, blah. This is what I do for everywhere. I don't care you black, white. I don't believe in black and white. I believe it's Polish, Italian, Irish. Oh, everybody has a nationality. So bottom line is I'm breaking this down in different schools. And when I do my spiel for like 15, 20 minutes, and I say, now, how many of you want to be music producers, rappers, and singers? Everybody, 85% of every school that I go to, 85 to 90% want to get in this game. And I go, wait a minute, Jamal, I come down with my cordless mic. You wanted to be a brain surgeon. Ananika, you wanted to be a singer, a rapper, you could rap, yeah? I thought you wanted to own your own corporation to get free healthcare. What's up, homie? You told me a biotech. You told me archaeologist. What happened in 20 minutes? Y'all want to be like me? Now they all going, oh. I would never say something wrong with wanting to be a rapper, singer, or producer. Now here's where God comes in. You all are gifted to be what you said you wanted to be. You should have heard the conviction in your voice when you said you wanted to own your own corporation to give free healthcare. You should have heard the conviction. You told me you watch YouTube videos to watch them working on brains, man. So this is what you do. Go be that brain surgeon. Go own that own corporation. Go be that biotech. And when you get your check at the end of the week, go to the studio to see if you got it. Because then if you have a family and you paying bills and all that, you got something to fall back on. So remember, y'all, I only innovated the thug life. The new thug life is that high school right down the block from where y'all live, or that high school in that hood that them teachers are having problems with our little babies, man. That's what I did with Thug Life. I innovated Thug Life. The old Thug Life was to bring enlightenment to the neighborhoods, what was really going on in that crime bill, and how it was creating a generation of dudes, man, that they ain't gonna have no regard for life because of the crime bill. Not because you're a Democrat, not because you're a Republican. No. So now I'm one of the last dudes that was so passionate about producing that I had to innovate it. Only to create other innovators. Change the game. I created a path. Now take my path and create your own path in your way, but innovate it. But don't let the motive be because of money. Don't let the motive be because of fame. You're going to get the money.
Yeah, right.
But be passionate about being an innovator. Taking something that can better the culture. That's why hip hop is dead. Because you got a lot of people in the microwave society. Damn, I ain't got to do that. All I got to do is pick up the mic and man, spit the rhymes and all that.
Nope.
So that's what I say to people. Yeah, it took a lot for me to be humble because I was that dude. Like, man, where we going, man? I'm going to bang me some chicks. Man, pass the weed, man, let's drink and all that. But until something happened that impacted this, because when you can impact a person's mind, guess what happens, y'all? Have you ever had a moment where you said, damn, I never thought about it like that?
Yes.
You will be thinking about that all day. That's powerful when this can be impacted. It changes the way you think.
Yes.
No matter what you do. So I appreciate y'all taking the time out listening to me. I talked to a lot of people. I remember I had this young lady say, yo, my son disrespects me. He'd be like, fuck you, mom. Fuck out of here, man. I don't give a fuck. He's just out of control. And I partnered with a mentorship program on the south side of Chicago. I said, bring him to my house when I lived in Chicago. I said, bring him to my house. Her mother was upstairs. I said, no, you don't come up. You stay upstairs. They was upstairs making sandwiches. I had him down in my studio. He came down in the studio, and the first thing he was looking at like, whoa. He saw the plaques. I had a beat playing that I just made. And he's like, yo. And I said, have a seat, sir. Everybody's a sir to me. I said, have a seat, sir. And then I pulled my chair up to him. I was this close to his face. I said, I heard you be cussing Ma out, man. And he was like, sometimes she don't understand, man. I said, let me tell you something. Do you know in my hood, we call each other moms, Ma? Everybody call my mother, Ma. Ma, you need something from the store, Ma? Ma, we got you, Ma. Let somebody mess with Ma. So if you lived around my way, guess what? We would have beat your ass. We would have fucked you up.
All day.
Don't act like you don't know this language. So let me tell you something. Everything you see around me, look at my studio. Look at these plaques. Do you know why I got these plaques? Because of Ma.
Come on, man.
You cussing Ma out, son? Are you serious, man?
That's a
That
violation.
breaks my heart. That breaks my heart that you would do that. Wait a minute. You got on the new Air Jordans. Who bought those for you? My mother did. Yo, where you get the chain from? You got a chain on. Where you get the? My mother got it for my birthday. I said, promise me, man, that you ain't gonna cuss Ma out again. Do you know this woman called me 2 weeks later? I don't know what you said to him. But he said, Mom, you need me to take the garbage out? Mom, what you need me to do, Mom, before I go to bed? I finished my homework, Mom. Is there anything you want me to do? He be washing the dishes.
Word.
So the culture has to be impacted, y'all. And sometimes it starts with someone who has a sphere of influence. We all have a sphere of influence. So me being this type of producer, I tapped into something that I'm good at, impacting minds with my sphere of influence. Doesn't make me any better than someone else because a lot of people don't want to be a music producer. Some people might want to be a doctor. Guess what? I meet humble doctors. Only because, check this out. Now, I don't want to get spiritual on y'all.
Oh, yeah.
But if you Google 7 mountains God placed on earth, I talked to a theologian, I said 7 pillars, but in School of Theology, they teach it's 7 mountains. But you could say 7 pillars. For order, God did that for order. First one is family. Now you got government, you got medical, you got law, you got arts, entertainment. It's all this stuff that God placed here to keep order and for us to enjoy. But this demons, the enemy, infiltrated each platform and perverted it. So we all are on a platform, whether it's medical, law, blah, 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 to impact it, to innovate it. So when I got put in hip hop, God got a hold of me and gave me insight on what to do with it. Our babies, y'all, look at them out here. They raw, but guess what? When a person like me come in, it's like I'm part in the Red Sea. All them schools you heard that they closed down in Chicago, I spoke at those. Harper High, Robeson, and all of them. I even spoke at this school that's still open now, 71st and Morgan. Go over there. That's a satellite school where security got to go with the students to every class. They change because they are that bad. No high school want them. They asked me to come speak there. Every last student is on me like this. Like, yo. So I have to research, I have to study, I have to pray, I have to this, I have to that, only because my notoriety from creating something that's still talked about to this day. I had to innovate it, y'all. So that's what's up with me.
Cut Kev off. Y'all know how I met Kev? I met Kev when we was in Vegas. Remember Kev? Doing that show in Vegas?
Yep.
My laptop acted up. It was a gospel concert. Sparky D is my sister. I was
Yep.
DJing for Sparky. I met
Yep.
Kev. We've been tight ever since. That's been my little
Yep.
brother ever since. Kev didn't know I was the big DJ I was. I didn't know
I didn't know
my
nothing.
producer. We ain't know that. But we merged. And that tell you how things happen.
So I just want to apologize if I took up a lot of y'all time. You know what I mean? It's just I'm passionate about what I do.
You were
You
amazing.
good. But I want to say that I'm glad you said the stuff that you said, because I've been screaming it from the rooftops. And sometimes when you're screaming from the rooftops, you can get tuned out. And not only that, is because people look at you as higher than the ground, as opposed to paying attention to the point you're trying to elate. And developing artists, which I do, and I've done some of the big artists, just developing them. And I put etiquette, self-development inside of the course, the 90-day curriculum I give them, so that I could tap into that mindset that you exactly experience, and you try to you emulate and give to the people. So I commend you on what you're doing, and it sounds so good to hear somebody literally doing the same stuff from a different perspective.
And Kev,
and I like
Kev, let me tell you.
You know something?
I didn't know who this dude was, Kev. Kev, I didn't know who he was. This dude
check this out.
is the
Hold
king
up,
of fucking trill.
I heard of him.
He's the king of trill music. I didn't even know who the fuck he was.
And it's an honor to meet you. Now, here's something that I learned from Dwayne Bryan. Because yes, we screaming from the rooftops, and sometimes they don't understand. See, you can have wisdom but lack understanding, and all I get in what? Get an understanding, right? So I like to do analogies when I speak in front of a lot of people. That's why it humbles from Dr. Wilson all the way to the principal, all these educators who think they so, because they've been around education so much that they became stuffy and not relative to the culture. So I would do this before I leave. I said, I bet you I can control your minds. And everybody's looking at me laughing, right? And I wait for the laughter. I say, if you don't believe that I can control your mind, I want you to stand. Everybody stands, right? I say, okay, stretch. I want you to stretch because I want you to focus, and everybody stretching because they've been sitting down. And I say, watch now. Listen to me. I want you to put the number one finger up. Everybody got their number one finger up, high in the air. Put that number one finger up. Put it up. Stretch up. Everybody got the number one finger up. You all are number one. I don't care what's going on in your life. You grew up without mom, you grew up without dad, you grew up without mom and dad, but you grew up. You're not this, you're not that. It depends on what platform. From an educational platform, I go down a different list than a church platform, because sometimes I'm invited to churches. You know, God is number one. He created you. There's no one like you, type of thing. You are number one. Now, I want everybody to make the number 0. Come on. Let's see the okay sign. Come on. Come on. Raise it up. No, sir, your arm is not all the way up. I want everybody participating. You too, principal, because a lot of times people get up and be like, y'all young people today, and y'all young. I would never do that. Where's the number 0? Where's my zeros? Everybody got their zeros up. I said, nobody in here is a 0. And I say, the people in the booth, put up the word fail on the screen. They put the word fail real quick. Who could tell me what that word means? And somebody say, oh, you didn't do good. Oh, you suck. You know, you get a clown that want to joke. You suck. You this, you that. It's always a negative word. So I say, we're going to change this word, because I don't know who's bullied in here. Who's this? Who's that? From now on, it's an acronym. We're going to change it from fail to first attempt in learning. How many times have you tried something, you didn't get it right, but you kept trying? You playing that video game. I can't go to the next level. Dang, all I had to do is go through that door. Man, it's been on here for weeks. That's all I had to do. First attempt in learning. Now, keep my zeros up. Don't think I didn't forget about the zeros. Nobody in here is a 0. I'm just making a point, y'all. Now, you're not I don't care if you've been molested. I don't care if somebody robbed you or something. I go down the whole long list. Now I want the whole room to touch your chin. Guess what? 90 to 95% of the room is touching their cheek. I see principals doing this, but Dr. Wilson, Dr. Washington, touching their cheek. I said, touch your chin. And everybody's laughing because they forgot that I said, I told you I control your minds. And that's what I say. I told you I can control your mind. Look at y'all touching your cheek. And everybody's busting up laughing everywhere I do. I got to wait until like 10 minutes, maybe 5 minutes. They laughing, they busting up because it's funny. But here's the lesson. I said, no, it wasn't so much of controlling your minds. It's to show you that the world goes by what it sees, not by what it hears. We got our gadgets every day. You go ahead at a certain time at the bus stops. What are we doing? Everybody's like this with a gadget in front of them. Everybody on the trains, on the buses, on to this. That we became smart dummies. That you got many of you emulating, turning up, fighting. What's up, nigga? What's up, nigga? What's up, nigga? What's up, nigga? All your TikTok videos. That's how I innovated it, because now if I can impact you, you're going to listen, because now I can engage you to empower you. That's what God gave me with the new Thug Life. It's all about empowerment and creating innovators, only for that innovator to create another innovator.
That's powerful.
That's what's up.
Yes.
Powerful.
Hey, what city
Yes.
you live in, Kevin?
I just moved to Indiana.
What
Wow.
part?
I'm in Carmel, Indiana.
I used to live in Indianapolis, and I went to school
Okay.
out there. Yeah. And still got family out there, but
I know
yeah.
nothing about out here, nothing at all. I
Yeah.
just been meeting some nice people in the cigar bars and all these
Yeah.
different business people that's, I'm trying to, so,
Yeah.
but I'm still moving around. I still move around and all of that, go to New York and
I was hoping you were
Chicago.
saying you were anywhere near Florida, because I would have sure loved to have you at the event Saturday. It's like one of the premieres of the documentary that I'm shooting. We just put the trailer out yesterday, and I sent it to the trailer. I sent it, y'all got it, and everybody should have it now. The
They
trailer
don't
is
send
out.
me nothing. I can't even get on the tour, Kev. I'm trying to get on the 25 city tour. They won't put me
I
on.
got you, man. I got you. Don't worry.
They
I'm
won't
gonna
put,
make sure.
I'm trying to get on somebody's 25 city tour, but he won't put me on.
What's up, Joe? Cool?
With the bullshit.
Hey, when I was saying to my guy, I was hoping he was out there, because the man that named hip hop is taking off. The stuff is going viral. The pre-sales for the documentary is already up. The links are out there, and things are just moving so fast. And as he was saying, when you find out who you are, then you can help other people understand who they are. And that's just kind of a term for being an innovator that creates other innovators. When I named hip hop, it created this whole mindset of now potential innovators. By developing them, I thought that it would make more innovators, but using certain techniques, you're never too old to learn, and especially when you stay humble and you keep God first. G-Man do stands for God's man. So just so you know. So
Beautiful.
it's an
Beautiful.
on-learning journey. So
Man, bro.
we need to talk. We need to get some numbers exchanged, and I'm gonna make sure my people will make sure you get my number, and I get yours, so we could tap in, because there's some things that that we could be useful for each other for. And I can see that without question, you know what I mean? And I'm gonna tap you in, man. I ain't forget about you, Sheed. I got you.
I'll fuck with you, G.
Now,
I'm trying to get on that 25 city tour, but I can't get on.
I'm not hard to reach. I'm not hard to reach. Groundwatch@gmail.com is my email. I'll even put my number out. It ain't a big deal.
I'll give him your phone number, Kev.
Anybody, any questions? I know some quite a few individuals on here. Maybe some questions will spark, because I can sometimes talk too much, and I try to make it short. Because there's so much information in me, I just want to be respectful of everyone else.
That's why I brought you on, because I knew what you was going to do. But I wanted this one kid to see.
Is he on here?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
on there. But I want him to see what a producer was. You know what it takes. You have to be humble in this game. You have to learn.
But
You're not just
one
gonna come
thing
because you're
that
gonna make a beat.
one thing I must say, you know, when they say the love of money is the root of all evil, right? They say the love of money is the root of all evil. What is the root?
Right. Right.
See, you can be selfish. It depends on who you are. Who you know yourself. You a stingy dude. You a dude that when you get a brand new car, you put the rims on and now you like this leaning back. Yeah. You make things your identity.
Right.
And it creates something in your heart that's really bad. So when I first signed a deal, they gave me a cashier's check. And I ain't never had that much money before. And it just gave me this sense of power, this sense of like, man, I can get anything I want right now. You know what I'm saying? And I'm learning that the root is your appetite in you.
Yeah.
Come on now.
We got appetites.
We talking
And that can transform you. That can transform you. So I get it when God says, be ye transformed. Transform from what? From you.
Yeah, from you. Get out
But
of
you
your
have to fill it. You have to fill that void with something. You got to fill that void with knowledge.
Right.
Because sometimes you're blessed to be a blessing.
Woo!
God can't bless closed fists. If your hands are closed, you all this and that, but not even knowing that little bit of money you got, all you have to do is go and bless and watch how much money you get from having that type of heart. Yo, I ain't even gonna go there with that one. That's just, man, let me tell y'all.
Yeah, when Sylvia Robinson put that first $20 bill in my hand, this is back in 1975, bro. And this was before hip hop was even named any of that. And I tell my guys, tell the whole team, I tell them, and when I talk, I go to do my speaking engagements, I say that as a testimony. The test was when she said, "What is that you doing?" I said, "I'm rhyming." She said, "Can you do that again?" And I said, "No," because I was raised by a single parent with 13 kids in the house. So I understood that struggle. And that's why I was at the fruit stand bagging groceries on Broadway and Elder Street back then because it was suffering. So, and she pulled up in that Rolls Royce and she said, "Say that again." And I refused to do it. And then the first sellout in hip hop history, before it was a culture, was me because she said, "Here, I'll give you a $20 bill." Back in 75, a $20 bill was like $100 bill. Yeah. You know what I mean? And she put that in my hand. That was the first sellout that can be. And I said I was the first sellout because I took that, and that money made me feel like it was a different feeling. I became invulnerable, for lack of a better term. And then she said, "I'll pay you $1,500 if you come up to my studio and let her husband, Joseph Robinson Sr., Rocco, the mob member, and whoever else was in that damn room, listen to and see what I did." And then I sold out more. That's selling out because I went up there. They heard me while I was warming up, recorded me, didn't tell me they was recording me, had me sign a receipt, and had my birth certificate, my social security card. I gave everything that she told me because I'm listening, because that money was that pathway. She gave me, instead of $1,500, she gave me $3,000. So at that moment, I was Teflon Don. $3,000. Come on, man. I was running my whole neighborhood. You know what I mean?
You was getting OJs back then, wasn't you, G?
Yeah, and that's
he was getting OJ?
Yes, and that's when the $100 bills had little faces.
Kev, he was on such a class all day. He kept going home.
Yeah. So, but that I learned from that though, and then when I gave it back to God and told him and apologized to him when he was telling me all along to wait, to stop, it may not have transpired. And I for years I wore that burden of Biggie being passed away, Pac passing away, so many people passing away through hip hop. Had I waited, maybe he was gonna groom me to make sure that it was going through the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding basis, which I was trying to be a 5%er anyway. So I'm gonna always be a God body at the end of the day.
Exactly. You got knowledge yourself, you're always God.
You know, I always respect every religion, right? Because you know, we there's so many different people on this line, and what I wanted to add or say about that, it's not necessarily about your religious beliefs, because I was in a room and I said, how many of you Jehovah's Witness? How many of you Baptists? How many of you Apostolic? How many of you Muslim? How many of this? I went down a whole long list. There was different hands being raised. And I said, who could tell me what is the most challenging thing about your belief? Some people say fasting, praying, understanding. Sometimes when I read, you know, I like to study, and sometimes I just have questions. And it was all related to all of those answers, right? And I said, there's no wrong answer. But I said, do you know in my book what's the number one challenge to your religious belief? Application. Most religions say love. Do we love? A lot of religions say this. Do we do it? Why? Because we're in this flesh? No. No, we don't want to put things into action to really see God move. So I believe, because I did a conference and was a lot of bishops, it was all churches. T.D. Jakes' church was there. It was, what's his name? Dr. Tony Evans' church. A lot of churches was there. I was the fourth speaker. And it was so powerful because I came down off the podium and said, since you all became who you became, bishops, and I send all respects to the prophets, evangelists, bishops, apostles, because it was 400 people, all these churches. And I said, I just have a question. I said, how many of you experienced the Lord in a supernatural way that it literally scared you? Because the Bible I read, every time God showed up, people were scared. They fell down to their face like, ah! I said, how many of you has that ever happened to you? Now, I got a suit and tie on. I don't have no baseball cap on or nothing. I got on my suit. I was being respectful for the venue. And it was only about a few hands. No, I said serious. All respect to you bishops and everybody in here. But since you've been in your spiritual walk, how many of you ever, because you have been transformed, how many of you was former this, former that, former drug dealers, former killers? Yeah, look at all the hands raising. That's transformation, right? So how many of you ever experienced something from the Lord, God, the Most High, however you want to describe him, that it literally blew your mind?
Raise my hand.
Right?
I know that's right.
Not too many hands rose up at the place I was at, though. A lot of them was holding their chin like this, looking at me like, where is he going with this? So I said, how many of you want to see it right now? How many of you want to see a supernatural move of God right now that'll blow your mind? And I ran back up to the stage and I pulled out my gold and platinum records. Before I did that, I put my hat on, I put some shades on, I put the chain on, and they looking like, what is he doing? And I pulled the plaques out like I did in the schools. It's different when you're doing it on the church level. And then everybody, the young people was running up to the stage. Oh my gosh, Tupac, 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 Tupac. I said, yeah, but they didn't introduce me as that.
Right.
So y'all seeing a supernatural move because it was God that came to me and made me do a 180.
Mm-hmm.
See, I can't break it down when I was with the young guns with the gold fronts and carrying all the guns, like, what's up with these niggas, man? And tell y'all how we almost beat up Wu-Tang and all of them, and we was them dudes. Go to YouTube, look up Young Guns and all that. You hear E-Money Bags and all of them.
Mm-hmm.
I was with them. I wasn't doing what they was doing, but that was my clique. We brought a lot of fear everywhere we went. They blamed us for a lot of stuff because that's what held Tupac down when we brought him through Harlem when he came back to the East Coast and we held him down. And so I know a lot of stuff that happened, blah, 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 blah. So I showed them a supernatural move because when a man is transformed, born again, whatever you want to see, that's going to be the greatest mind-blowing thing that God will do right now these last days. A transformation. Because culture right now, everybody could sit here and say, man, this is all spiritual, that's demonic, and this is that. Why we know so much about the devil, but we don't know a lot about God. So when you are operating in an obedient fashion, he shows up because you are looking at somebody who was almost murdered. And I knew I was supposed to die at that moment. I couldn't sleep for 2 weeks. And a man came to me and said, the Lord showed me your tombstone. It wasn't time for you to go. He has work for you to do.
Come on now.
So I'm going to give y'all a little of my testimony. When I got my gold and platinum records, tears came out of my eyes. Afeni sent them to me when Eminem was remixing one of Tupac's albums, and they had to get my permission to use to remix some of my songs. So they sent me my plaques, but at that time, my mind was in a different place. So I took them plaques and threw them in the closet. So I love praying. I love meditating. And one night I woke up 3:45 in the morning, and I heard something tell me, go downstairs. I went downstairs, and I'm sitting downstairs in the living room. Said, take them plaques out of that closet. I took them out of the box for the first time, leaned them up against the wall, and I'm like, dang, my man gone, and all kind of stuff going through my head. And I heard a voice so clear saying, that's how I'm going to get the glory out of your life. That's how to show the power of God.
Yes.
Not to convince you to go to church, to show you his power, because you would never, ever tell me I would be talking the way I'm talking right now back then. Look at my teeth. Look at my teeth. My teeth is so crooked from all the gold teeth in my mouth. I was supposed to get it all straightened out and all that, still trying to go to the dentist to do it, but it messed me up. Oh, man, low used to be low. Low used to be low. Like, what the fuck is up? I was that dude. We brought a lot of fear in the tunnel, all the clubs we went to. I'm not proud of that to this day. So it takes a lot of things to humble you. So anybody who is not humbled, I'm going to tell you right now, you don't want God to humble you.
That's right.
Say it.
He will.
Thanks.
But when he do,
My
He
head.
can't fuck-
Your button.
He humbled me for 20 years.
don't go off on a binge with drugs. Don't go off on a drinking thing. No, that's God humbling you. It's just say, what do you want me, Lord? I surrender.
Man, come on.
Yeah.
Man.
So one time I was in the grocery store and this dude said, oh shoot. Yo, who was I telling you about? He said, who was I telling you about? He said, a dude that worked with Tupac, man, and his life is transformed. See, this is him. So he said, yo, he need to talk to you. So this dude, this was right on 72nd and Stony Island, south side of Chicago, at the Jules Osco, 75th. And I said, walk with me. We walking down the cereal aisle. And he said, yo, man, I'm going to just keep it 100 with you, man. I be praying to God and shit every day, man. You know, man, I'm saying, dog, it's dangerous out here, man. You know what I'm saying? Niggas be trying to end my life, man. And I'm just like, yo, man, I could tell he got his burn on him. And he said, yo, man, I'll be like, fuck God. Fuck God. Because I feel like God don't even hear me. I keep praying and praying. And I say, fuck him. I said, yo, let me just break it down. Like I said, I respect everybody's religion. I said, okay, remember the movie, The 10 Commandments? He said, yeah. Remember when that Charlton Heston? Yeah, Charlton Heston, yeah, they used to play it all the time. Yeah, they play it all the time. I said, remember when Moses had to paint the blood on the doorpost? Yeah, when the spirit was going to go and kill all the firstborn or the Pharaoh's babies. He remembers the story. So I said, sir, what did that blood symbolize that he was painting over the doorpost? I said, do you know that blood symbolized Christ? So when you praying to God, It's not that God don't hear you. He's hearing you, but he can't see you. I said, what you mean? I said, you haven't been born again. Unless a man be born again, in no way whatsoever can he enter into the kingdom. Now, I could take you to that in the Bible, but I just have to tell you, he doesn't see the blood of Christ over your life, man.
Man, cook.
So when he heard that, his whole thing, yo, this gotta be God, man. I said, you serious? That's how you feel? Grab my arm. And I prayed for him in the Syria. People moving around from us all scared and shit, like we doing something wrong. We just praying. So I say that to say that's my path. I respect everybody's belief. That's just me. I just know God raised me back from the dead.
That's right.
So my purpose is to impact the culture, not to be walking around in no suit talking about praise the Lord in the name. No. I'm back out in these streets, man. I still love doing my beats. I still love doing my thing. But purpose. And it takes a lot to do this. If you gifted at it and you got skills, holla at me. Because I'm still creating a team. Did y'all know that there's the first Black woman that's in charge of $100 million project at Netflix that they just named?
Oh,
and guess what she's in charge of? The music.
Wow.
The
That's
music
crazy.
that goes on, a lot of the
They always do that.
series, and all of that kind of stuff.
Community, that's what I do too. So,
media, baby.
especially with the
So
youth in school.
You see how the plug happened?
So I met somebody, and he said they giving him his own platform next year, and he wants me to be a part of it. But my thing is, I don't mess with anybody that's money hungry. Yo, let's get this paper, man. Let's get paid, man. Once I hear that out of a man's mouth, I'm sorry, respectfully, so I don't call them ever, because that's how problems start. When your motive for money.
Tell it, man.
I hope y'all hearing what he's saying, man.
Your motive for money, bro.
Me, Kevin, Corey, money never exchanged through us. We known each other over almost 20 years now.
Hey, Kevin, I'll tell my guys again, once again, I told them a story that happened to me a few years ago when some lawyers approached me and influenced me to go to LA under the premise of doing a show. And they really wanted me to sue everybody that used the term hip hop. And the way they approached me in the beginning was, well, we give you 30 million a day, 170 million next week, and then so on and so on till you get your billions of dollars. And I like you said, I respectfully said, let me go to the restroom. And then when I went to the restroom, I seen the back exit stairs, and I walked down all those flights of stairs. The closer I got to the bottom, the faster I started running. I got out of that. I left my bag of clothes to it and left. I got out of that place and got in a cab and went back to the airport and flew my ass home. That was because that money, I already knew I wasn't going to see that money, because that's the gimmick. They was going to strong arm hip hop. Everybody that used it in every industry, their term, and it's in writing and in their recording, they would have been hurt and they would have been sued, but it would have hurt my people, because I helped create a platform that everybody's eating off. And that's because it was nothing there for us, and it's been recreated. So why would I now take money to help them shut it down and hurt my people? If I was greedy and had the love of that money, I would have took that money, because the average person cannot sit here and say, I would have turned down that first $200 million. No, you wouldn't have. You probably wouldn't have. I did that because I understood the overall picture. And G-Man stands for God's man. The G stands for God.
Right.
The dash between the N stands for the bridge between God and man. And I hold that even with my new company that they were doing, GXYZ. The G stands for God, XYZ stands for the N, the end of the alphabet, which is the beginning and the end, the Omega. So I'm with you 100%. And to turn down that money, man, I applaud you.
I turned down so much. G Unit wanted me Queens Village was known as Shadyville. So when Sha Money XL took 50 to Dr. Dre and them, they started Shadyville Aftermath. They wanted me to be a part of all of that too. but God wouldn't let me.
Mm.
You know, Murder Inc. wanted me to be a part of their thing. I used to be in Bad Boy Studio. Puffy stole a song from me. He stole Mary J. Blige. All I really want is to be happy. That was my track.
That's my shit.
That was my track.
Wow.
That
Yeah,
was
I
the
had
first track
songs
on
from
my
me too, man. That
VCD.
shit's crazy. It really happens too. It's crazy.
That was that was the first track that came on with this ill beat, everything. And when I came to Bad Boy Studio, you know, they had their team, and his keyboardist went boom doom boom. He was playing it. Burned it, burned it, burned it, doom, doom, doom. I'm like, man, give me my CD, man. Y'all playing around up in here. You feel me? So it happens. But I wanted to show y'all something. This right here, can y'all see that?
It's kind of cloudy.
Who knows what that is?
That's
a Grammy.
Huh?
That's
No. That's a Grammy, Kev.
That's an SP1200.
The SP1200.
SP1200.
There it is. You talking hardware. No love, baby, 1K. What yet?
So I'm on a Zoom call.
So this is a classic. This is a classic.
Cousin.
Yo, I'm trying to find it. Hey, let me see it. Let me see it. I didn't see it.
Cousin. He's telling us how Puffy stole the song from him. And
Why is it so?
That shit blurry. Why is it so blurry?
I can't see it. Yeah, put it down.
Blurry?
Yeah, put it down. You got to
was
turn
a
your
Grammy,
portrait
Kev,
thing off.
Grammy.
You got to turn the portrait thing off on your video settings on Zoom so we can see it.
How do I do this?
Like the auto blur, like the background thing where it says auto blur. You got to turn that off.
Hey, Trill Will.
Yes, sir. How can I help you?
I can show my shit too. What's this? What's that?
Like I gotta see that.
Hold up. I'm trying to see where do I turn it off at?
So click where it says scroll over and then it should say or just click yourself on the thing and then click background or whatever.
Let's see, whiteboard, apps, notes.
Trill should be able to tell you how to do it. Trill, you know
background and effects. Okay, background
yeah,
and
there you
effects.
go. There you go. No blur and then put no blur or whatever.
I never had that problem.
That's why I thought it was a Grammy. I seen the shiny shit.
Let me see.
Okay, tell me, did it change?
Did you apply? Yeah. It looks different now. Yeah.
You gotta show us the. You gotta.
I had to tell
Okay, give me one sec.
in the middle of something right now. This is big.
Say something.
Give me 1 sec. Y'all see me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, is it is it clear?
No, back up from it.
No.
Yeah, back up from it. Nah, damn, it's not.
Yeah, that's an SP1200. I know that motherfucker. Trust
You
me.
got an iPhone? Do you got an iPhone?
I got a Samsung.
Damn.
I just went to that setting.
That's why it ain't working, because you're in that Android world.
Yeah,
Lord. That's right. I know that's right. I know that's right. I know that's right.
That ain't it.
I'm
That
in
ain't it.
Android.
That's cap. I got a Galaxy 22 Ultra, and that bitch shoot 8K film. Nigga can't
Maybe
tell
my
me that
camera.
shit.
Maybe my camera was because I just wiped my camera and I looked clearer.
Yeah, wipe your lens off. That might be that simple. It might be that simple.
might be it. Wipe your lens. Grease
Yeah,
off.
that
It's
might
an
be it.
Android.
For real.
It's a Zoom effect.
Nah, I ain't got nothing to do with no fucking Android.
It's an Android.
Knock it
Don't worry
off.
about an Android.
How is that? Is it better?
Nope.
No, it's not.
Android.
Oh, man, why is it doing? That's so crazy that it ain't.
Where's the
Can't-
background and effects thing at?
Hey, can you put the phone on the table and then pick it up and then hold it in front like that? Because with your face, it's picking it up perfect. I don't understand.
Yeah. Did you
Your face in front of it.
when you went to the background effects, did you click none?
Yes. And that's where I'm at right now. And
you
I
got
click
video?
none.
You got video filters on?
Yes, I got videos. None is on. There's no
Okay.
video filter.
Hmm.
It says none. None in the avatar.
Now you're
None.
clear. You're clear now.
I'm clear
We're
now.
not worried about seeing him. We was worried about seeing the machine.
But when I put it on here, it's not clear.
Click
Right,
your
yeah.
hey, so what you gotta do is touch your screen like you're trying to focus your camera on that box.
Oh yeah. Touch the screen. Focusing on the box and touch the screen where the box is. It might work. I don't know.
Well,
gotta
I'm
see
on
it.
the screen and I'm
I
touching the
never had this
screen.
problem.
I'm touching the screen. There's no box coming up.
I'm wondering
Nah,
if you got because like on the iPhone, when you swipe down at the top, if your camera's being used, it will give you different. You can put it on like portrait, and because built into the phone, like portrait or studio light. I wonder if the Samsung has the same thing. If you scroll down from the top and see if you have
And
video.
that's what I'm doing. I don't see anything.
That's
I'm
crazy.
scrolling down from the top, all of that.
That's why I won't get goddamn fucking
Touch the screen
Samsung.
when you
Yo,
point it at
that's a
the
fucking lie,
PC.
bro. I shoot 8K film, bro. Just
And,
got
Right.
Let me try something
Just
else.
hold it. Actually, no. Hold the camera farther away from your face, and then put the Grammy in front of your face. See if
That's
you
what I
focus
just
like.
said. I literally was saying put the camera farther away and then
Yeah,
pick it up and kind of hold it if you can.
And that's what I was doing.
yeah.
So let me
Or
pick it
put the
up
camera on
again.
the table. Put the camera on the table or something and hold it up. Type shit. It's still doing the same thing.
That's
That is
weird.
crazy.
Yeah,
That is
no,
super weird.
no,
I've
it's
never
not
seen
weird.
that.
Oh
Wait,
yeah, I'm
wait.
seeing it is blurry. Oh, yo, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
but look, it's the tech. It's what you watching. It has that new technology on it. If they don't want you to share what it is, they can block it out through your camera.
Yeah, that's got to be what it is, bro.
Elon
How
Musk
about
is
that?
using that.
There it
Elon
is. There
Musk
it is. I
is
see it. I
using
see it. I
that
see it.
I
I see
reversed
it
the
now.
camera.
Oh, I
I
see it.
reversed
Yeah.
it.
I see it.
I
Damn.
reversed the camera.
And
Because
so
I
That's
what
got
is
a
that
correct.
again?
What is
Nice.
that?
so I have what you call the Fold 4, the Z Fold 4.
Oh yeah,
So I
that's
just
your.
reversed the camera.
So what is that right
this,
there?
so what I'm saying is this is
A
the
Grammy?
SP 1200, right?
Yeah.
This is my first piece of equipment that I did all the Tupac stuff on.
Yeah.
I did the Nas stuff on this. So
Let's fucking go. Okay.
I don't know if any, I know somebody said they're familiar with it.
Worldwide
Yeah,
collaboration. That's all I can say.
I know what it is. I know what it
So,
is.
so my point is that this costed $1,299 back in 1990 when I got it, right? Do you know how much it's worth today?
Oh man, probably about 10.
yeah.
10,000 exactly. It's worth 10,000 right now because it's an analog.
Yeah.
But you only
I'm
have
very
10
familiar.
seconds, 10 seconds of sample time.
Right.
So
Wow.
2.5 seconds each pass. So what we did was on the turntable, we would speed the sample up all the way up to 45 because you got 33 and a half or whatever RPMs. We speed it all the way up to the fastest it could go. And like if you want to sample doom 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 doom, I'll sample like doom 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 doom, and then you slow it down. Doom 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 doom.
Is that an 8-track?
No.
What? No, what?
It's
No,
a,
that's
it's a,
That's a
that's an
drum
8. No, it's an
That's the
8-track.
that's the
It's not an
SP12.
8-track.
That's the SP1200.
That's a drum
It's
So-
machine.
the SP. It's made by Akai, so it gives that dry sound,
No,
that grit. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I was using. And so I just sometimes when I come to the youth and come to people who are aspiring to do this, I show them the work that's
We gotta
involved.
go video because I'm on the.
Yeah, so I just try to show them the work that's involved with it on the background side and how you develop a passion for what you do. See, I have a motive for what I do, and my passion follows. So anybody who
did you produce anything for Biggie?
I almost did. I got the song that I was going to do for Biggie. I had to give it to Pac because he already wrote to it. But
Damn.
Biggie still had my beat CD. So Only Fear of Death was going to be the first song that I was going to produce for Biggie that
It's
I
an
did
honor
for
hearing
Pac.
you speak to us, by the way. I really appreciate it.
Nah, you good. You good. So I'm a people person, man. You know, at the end of the day, you know, I don't have to fight to be who I am. I'm a leader. I'm never going to be a phony dude because anything we do is the ability, not your identity. I don't care how big you are, your corporation, your this, your that. God has given you the ability to do that. But once you make that your identity, that's where you fail in life. That's it.
Bars.
Being an iconic
That
music
just hit me
producer
in the
was just
soul,
my
bro.
ability. Anybody could have done what I did. I was at the right place at the right time, but that don't mean you couldn't have done it. You could have done the same
what I was
thing, probably
saying.
better than me. So that's how I look at life. You know,
Yeah.
I love on people, man. I'm good. It's like I don't understand why some people, because, okay, I believe this. You work at a job or you this, you that. I believe there are some people who are trained and some people who are gifted. They do the same job, they're good at the job, but what is the difference between being trained and being gifted? The one that's gifted, there's a passion that goes along with it. They want to see you take their place so they can move on. If they know they're going to retire one day, somebody has to do this. Or they see the good and the things in you that can innovate what they're doing. So they'll pull you up under their wing. And that story matches mine. This producer that produced Akinelli and all of them, CJ Moore, he pulled me under his wing in the studio. We was always smoking weed. He's like, man, come up under me, man. You seem like you can learn this. And that's what I learned on. He gave me his. I took it home. I started messing with it. He's like, man, your beats are corny. That's bullshit, man. Come on, man. Listen to your drums. It's off. It's not in sync, man. He used to tear me apart, man. I'd be like, why are you talking to me like that, man? You're going to be talking to me like that. But he was really honing in on me. And then out of nowhere, my drums was perfect, my ideas. I like to produce stuff that brings out emotions and bring out that fire in the individual. And one song that was number one here in Chicago was Pain. I did Pain on the Above the Rim soundtrack. And that song gave me a win with the gangbangers. With the gangbangers in Chicago. So dudes was finding out I did Pain and I had to go to King Drive and 67th Street. And he said, trust me, you good, man. You good. I got you. So I didn't live too far, not too far, but I went over there and because I lived in Hyde Park and I went over there and these dudes came out of the alley, man. Like, yo, I didn't even know y'all was in the alley like that. So they came out and they're like, yeah, this nigga I was telling y'all about. And this one dude came over to me and said, yo, watch this right now. Let's go to my car. What was in his CD player was Pain. He turned his car on. He was playing Pain. He said, this the nigga that did it. This dude got on one knee and kissed my hand. I grabbed my hand. We're like, bro, you ain't even got to do all that. He said, nah, you don't understand. He pulled his shirt up and I saw Thug Life, Pain, Tupac. He had tattoos of Tupac. So it's fanatics out here that, not fanatics, but Tupac impacted a lot of the hood. But a lot of people don't know it was influenced by Live Squad.
Come on now.
We were for the hood, man. The cries of the hood. So that was my passion. It wasn't saying, yo, we're going to sell platinum. Nobody knew we was going to go sell all those records like that. And all the problems I face to this day for all the record sales and the stuff that's owed to me and all that. But I survived it.
I got a question.
But my passion never left. Yes, sir.
Did you work with the Wu-Tang Clan at all?
No, but we was around them.
Oh,
But
word.
back then, Wu-Tang was smoking dust, man. Them dudes was on some bull. I ain't gonna lie. I respect them, but yo, y'all gotta understand, we talking about way back then. Okay, we talking about the early 90s.
Mm-hmm. Come on,
right?
man.
Wu-Tang, we stand outside of Madison Square Garden. This is my last experience. Now, it was about 30 of us. You know, all of us dipped up because we used to all stay dipped up, man. Jeweled down and Timberlands and the leather coats. Even the time it was the cowboy boots with the leather coats. That's what I was about. All the fashion. So Wu-Tang was coming through the crowd going, Wu-Tang, 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 pushing people out the way. They click, you know, they entourage, just moving through the crowd. And we noticed that they coming toward us. Now, my clique was the Young Guns. The reason why they call themselves the Young Guns because they ain't no taller than 5'7" or something. But they be carrying AKs, the Glock 40s, the Mac 11s. Like they wasn't playing no games. I don't brag about this. So when they coming toward us, everybody was like, we tightening up our timbos. Like, yo, we gonna be fighting because ain't nowhere for us to go. So if they gonna be pushing people out the way, then it's gonna be on. And I ain't gonna lie, I didn't want to fight, but they was on some bull. you know, smoking dust and woos. They smoke woos and dust. They used to smoke that. So some of them, I don't know which ones, they was coming through that crowd like that. And when they started getting closer, they were going woo, tang, woo, and we was going young guns, young guns, young guns. Now we posting up now, looking at them like, yo, these niggas ain't coming to push us out the way. Young good. I was looking at Ghostface Killer. I was looking at Meth. I was looking at Raekwon and all of them. Young guns, young. And then they just went right around us. Some went that way, some went that way. And my whole clique looking at all of them while they going around like, man, we ain't on that bullshit. And even Onyx was on some bull, because remember when they had Slam, let the boys be boys. You remember that song? When that song came on in the club, they throwing each other at people.
Yeah.
You could have on your nice outfit and the dude come flying over here and all the drinks and everything on the table spilling on everybody, but that didn't happen to us. So it was a mess, man. It was a mess in hip hop back then, man. I think about it when I'm talking, I laugh at it. And a lot of
the
beefs
one
started.
thing that you were saying, Kevin, is when back then with all those groups that you just mentioned, including yourselves, as I go back into this business, I was a promoter as well. I brought a bunch of people to Indianapolis, that is. Like Yin Yang Twins, all of them, David Banner, Lil Flip, I brought a lot of them. Those was the groups that most of the promoters, when we would sit down and have these meetings and talk, those was the groups that was deemed too much of a liability to have in your clubs because they would tear
to a liability. But New York, in New York, it's clubs.
Like Hoodie Mob was Hoodie Mob like somebody because kind of was it Goody Mob? Was they like the same
wasn't
thing?
on that. They wasn't on that. Goody Mob was good.
I could tell you about that.
I know them.
First came out. They came to east of Oakland. They was right around the corner from my fucking house at the Eastmont Mall when Goody first dropped and motherfucking Outkast. They was straight to Oakland. And
that's what's up.
Yeah, them niggas, man, them niggas was humble, quiet, man. They was quiet.
They wasn't on none of that.
Like fucking quails in the bush hiding from a fucking fox.
And sometimes it's not the artist. A lot of times it be the dudes that be with them, like Fat Joe. Fat Joe had this dude. Fat Joe used to have this dude that be with him, and he walking in front of Fat Joe, just bumping everybody. Like, man, get the fuck out of the way, man. You know, and it's lots of times it be the entourage that be with them. You know, when they smoking and drinking.
Exit fucking room up. Exit hotel room up.
Huh? So anyway, I mean, we could go on and on and on. Even from when I started staying in LA and I first met Dr. Dre. Y'all remember what is that convention that Jack the Rapper? So when we performed at Jack the Rapper, we performed in front of Eazy-E, Dr. Dre, and Ice Cube, and all of them were sitting in the front row seat. And when we performed Murderer, y'all could YouTube Murderer, Live Squad. You know, we did Heartless, Murderer, and another song. Eazy-E came up to me and shook my hand like, man, y'all niggas dope, man, and blah, blah, blah. Because Russell Simmons was trying to create an East Coast NWA with Live Squad. So if y'all go to the Game of Survival, y'all type in Game of Survival, Part 1, Part 2, Part 3. That was us back then trying to be an East Coast NWA. That was Russell Simmons' idea when I signed to Def Jam. So he breached the contract.
Gotta go, y'all. Sorry, excuse me. Yeah, I talked.
Hey, nice. It's a pleasure, brother. You get my information, man.
We gonna lock up. We gonna lock up, man. Hey, and Remus King, you definitely got to get at me, man. Give me them numbers, man. Trill, if you would, please.
Hey, Trill, can you get me connected to this man? Let him know who I am.
Yeah, can you see my camera?
Where are you?
So okay, go ahead, Mr.
I see pictures. I see a lot of pictures on some of these screens. Bug, where you at?
On that movement, your schools with those youth.
Huh?
We can't even hear you,
Kevin, on a documentary too.
What up, Kev? Kelly.
Where are you?
Right here.
Hold up. I'm scrolling through these videos.
On screen, y'all?
No, you're not.
On screen.
Hold on.
No, you're just moving around.
Put your camera on,
Remix.
Shahid.
Hold on.
It's okay. Now,
hold up. Let me move
now listen. Now I see a lot of faces on here. I mean, if you guys want to say something, I don't want to take over this. Like the young ladies right here that I'm seeing. It's a
I want
pleasure
to
to see
say one
y'all.
thing.
You have to
Yeah,
scroll.
please. What's up, girlfriend?
Hey,
Heather.
hey. Yeah, my name is Heather Banks. I'm a producer and I'm also go by Heather Marie because I'm also an artist. I sing, I rap. I currently go to Full Sail for music production. I graduate next year. Now, I want to tell
Oh,
you something.
congrats.
Thank you so much. I really want to thank you for coming on here today. And I want to let you know that you were the answer to my prayer. And let me just go ahead. It's kind of like almost like a testimony, but let me just say this. So this morning, so let me say this. I got 6 kids and I got 3 of my kids with sickle cell disease. And out of the 6, I have 3 with the disease and then 2 with the trait. So I've been asking for a platform and I got my platform a couple weeks ago. I got to go to Shreveport City Council and they made October 19th officially sickle cell day. Anyways, so I asked God for my platform and then I see I'm getting the platform. So then I asked God this morning what to do with it. So this morning I see G-Man's post on Facebook about what he's doing on Saturday. So right away, God says, yo, go buy the online ticket. You need to see everything what he's gonna say. And they gave me my topic that I was gonna discuss today about giving people, kind of like giving people their flowers, giving all the originators the respect that they're due, telling the young ones to go back and do the research, learn your history. I don't know everything. I know a lot, but I don't know everything. So I'm still learning. Keep doing that and basically give people where the credit's due. You know what I'm saying? And then build on that. I feel like I'm a pioneer in this thing because there's a lot of things that I'd like to see and do, and there's a lot of ways in which I'd like to give back. But what you did is you basically showed me the way on how to present because I do a lot of guest speaking on sickle cell. So I've been privileged to go to a lot of events like the Masonic Lodge, like speak in front of LSU Medical Center, a lot of different things, and even recently in speaking in front of the Shreveport City Council. I didn't know that. I just got invited.
That's
So when you
that's that's beautiful.
Yes. So when you speaking and you telling me, and honestly, you brought me to tears. I went like boo-hooing, but you did bring me kind of to tears when you're telling me that you're going one child at a time, boots on the ground, going to the hood, going to the city, going to the children who need to know the history. Because see, what happened is you're absolutely right. The government took the thug life and they spend it. And let me tell you, I'm guilty because when I was younger, you know what I'm saying, I was born in 82. So I came up in the 80s. I came up in the 90s. And I was the kid in the basement making the mix tracks when nobody else around me was necessarily listening to what
Right,
I was listening
right,
to.
right, right.
Everybody was kind of like, light skin and stuff, and they wasn't listening to what I listened to. I was all by myself, solo dolo, lonely in the basement doing that thing. But with you reaching out to these kids, they need that message because like a lot of us fell victim to that. We thought that the narrative that the government put out there, we thought that that's what it was, and we found out that it wasn't. That's why there's so many people that's incarcerated and things of that nature right now, like you said, from that program that Bill Clinton put through. And when you learn the history, man, it just like crushes you. But by you speaking out, you can go back and reclaim it and take it back. And see, my idea is I know we ain't getting no reparations, but let's do the reclamation. That's my idea. We need to
Beautiful.
do
Hey, Heather.
reclamation.
Heather, what is your nationality? Where your
So,
family from?
okay, so I'm Sicilian Italian, I'm
Okay.
Irish, I got French, and I'm Chinese.
Okay.
That
I
girl,
did
that girl,
a
a black girl in a white
I did
woman
a
body.
I did a lecture at Wheaton College. Y'all can look up Wheaton College. It's a very prestigious school. It's not a lot of us in there. African Americans. I'm not racist one bit. I don't believe in black and white. That's why I asked somebody their nationality. And before I even say that, I went to one school, Niles North, Niles West. Lots of times I'm not speaking on hip hop. I'm cultural based, right? I'm multifaceted, no matter what the title of your ending of the year or your church thing for the youth, whatever the title is, God gives me a platform, a pathway to go down. So when I got into the school in Niles West, the lady that opened the door for me and said, listen, I just want you to know we got a lot of racism here. And I said, okay, thank you for telling me, because that's not why I was there, right? So while I'm talking, the theme was, who am I? Who am I? So while I was going into it, the young man in the front said, Mr. Raines, what do you think about racism? I said, I'm so glad you said that. And everybody, you should have seen the room because it was like four blacks in the room, but the rest was different cultures. Iraqi, Iran, you know, all of them type of cultures, India and everything. So I said, we're going to do a lesson on racism 101. And everybody's like, oh my gosh, everybody put out a sheet of paper. Miss, what's your nationality? I'm white. I said, no, you're not. What's your nationality? Oh, my family's from Ireland. I said, you, sir, my family's from Germany. You, sir, my family's from Italy. You, sir, I'm white. I said, didn't you hear what I said to her, man? What's your nationality? My family's from Poland. You in the back, sir, my family's from Haiti. You, sir, my family's from Africa. Let's stop right there. Y'all been taking notes. It's test time. I said, do you know I'm from New York, New York? Because I like to make fun. I don't like to be so serious. New York in the house, you know what I mean? Everybody laughing. I said, do you know in New York there's no such thing as black and white? You're Irish. You're German. You're Italian. You're Polish. You're Haitian. You're African. See, what happened is when you move from New York and come to the Midwest, like Chicago, the most segregated city, the cultures don't live around each other. So instead of that mom or that dad, when they son or their daughter say, mommy, why is his skin color darker than mine? They go, shh, keep walking, shush, shush, instead of educating their kids. Racism came from that. Culture's not growing up around each other, and what you seeing on the news, they want to always present a certain culture doing things. Guess what, y'all? I hate to bust y'all bubble. White people kill white people too. Black people kill black people, yes, but white people, Irish people kill Irish people, Italian people kill Italian people. They just don't put a spotlight. I'll tell you, we're going to stop right there, and I'm going to keep it going. But the point I was making, when I did a lecture at Wheaton College, they invited me to come back again. But during that lecture, a young lady asked me something that really caught me. She said, what happened in hip hop that caught you by surprise? And the first thing I thought about was Tipper Gore, NRA movement. Do y'all remember when they tried to ban hip hop? Okay. And I said, when hip hop came into your culture, the big shoelaces, the fat shoelaces, and the gazelles, the Kangos, and the because government officials, all kind of law enforcement, and people in all walks of life that was in other cultures was coming home, and their kids is like this, you know, like, yo, you know what I'm saying? They were saying hip hop was destroying the culture. But now you see hip hop everywhere, right? Mm-hmm. And she was like, wow, I didn't know that. See, it's not a black and white thing. Hip hop, it was about the culture. That's right. You understand? Our platform for our freedom of speech to bring how it is. It was almost like a magnifying glass somewhat until it started going through transitions. For now, we want to tell you what's going on in our hoods, but we was having it amongst each other. Our way of having fun, the breakdancing, the rap battles, you know what I'm saying? The Harlem World, the Cold Crush Brothers. I don't know if y'all knew about all of that, but the Cold Crush Brothers, Latin Quarters, and all of that stuff, how hip hop transitioned. And if y'all never heard of the Cold Crush Brothers and all of them, man, they was the bomb. Where harmonizing was in. Harmonizing was like, we don't mean no disrespect. It's time we put y'all in tech, all of you. And the big beat was, and it was like, why you want to be around us when you want to front and down us with your silly games? Other people often tell us that y'all are very jealous, but we're not saying no names. So they used to harmonize certain songs the Commodores came out of and all of that. We talking about, man, when hip hop was like, yo, everybody screaming like, yo. So I was with a crew and we used to do harmonizing.
Rocking on the radio.
You know what I'm saying? LL was in front of us when we had this harmonized like, yo, it's 86 live pressure. Imagine 3-4 niggas doing this. It's 86 live pressure, point is high. Exceeding and proceeding with the rod. We don't buy. Why? Because what I'm saying, I'm fed up not complaining because a lot of fake rappers try to get what I'm gaining. Results of our jams is that they always kicking. Stay confident, that's what keeps us ticking. Keen, very smart, we don't break no heart. Always in the blunt session before we start. And everybody's like, yo, that's when the parties was the parties in New
Plugging
York.
into the light pole in the big park.
And plugging into the light poles. And then it evolved, you know what I'm saying, to lyrics, you know, because I could spit from my hip, you know. They say if you're a New Yorker, you got to know how to spit. So that's how passionate I was in this thing. And then I saw it becoming a business. And that's when the corruption came in, trying to take over your craft. So there's so much education that I could tell y'all. Like I said, I appreciate y'all time. I don't want to be long with it because I see a lot of faces here, and I just want to thank y'all for even listening. You know what I mean?
We thank you for coming on our platform. We appreciate you.
You know what I
Keep
mean?
going, brother.
So I've been through it. I've been through contract issues. I signed 3 contracts. You know, Russell Simmons breached the contract, but we got almost 100,000 from him. So we took that money and reinvested in ourselves. So anybody that's starting out, don't just think of fame. Like, man, you want all these people to know who you are. All you got to do is innovate something, and it could part the Red Seas because now the game is saturated.
Right.
It's saturated a lot. And now it's looking for the new. Puffy done messed up a lot. Yeah. Now, if y'all want me to elaborate a little bit on that, I can shed some light on something for everyone that's on this platform. Let me tell y'all something. And I was sharing this with somebody that likes to interview. Everybody is guilty of what Puffy is doing, right? It happened to him. But let's think about this for a minute. Back then, when you go on tour, your record label is renting out half of a floor of a hotel for you, for them, for him, for him. So now, when they're advertising us coming to that town, guess what? I didn't know this until somebody broke it down to me. The malls are crowded. Everybody going to the malls. All the chicks, everybody going to get their gear. And they come to the shows, the concert. But guess what? The after party. And so while we're in the after party, where y'all staying at? Where y'all at? And y'all at? And everybody find out that we're staying at the Renaissance. We're staying at here. We're staying over here. Guess what? The hotel lobby up until 3, 4 in the morning is packed. So guess what? A lot of rappers, if you sit down and just chill, you'll see this chick with him. Next thing you know, she's with L, she's with him. She's with him as hours go by. But if you go upstairs, if you're allowed to go up the elevators, look what's going on in the lobby of the hotels. So here's the thing. Now, I'm going somewhere with this. Negroes didn't have their mansions.
Right.
This was going on in the hotels way back when. So a lot of dudes are guilty of it right now. I don't know what's going on in everybody's mansion. 50's mansion, whoever.
Baby, Ross,
and Chris Brown.
From hotels.
All of them. Their mansions could be like how the hotel lobbies are, the hotel hallways. All these groupies.
It's the after party. And
all of these groupies, I'm telling y'all, it used to be carloads of chicks. Carloads of chicks pulling up on us. Where y'all staying at? They're like, damn, she dropped a drop top 500. She got the Corvette, the coupe of this, the coupe, the Benzo. Yo, pulling up on us. Where y'all staying at? Where y'all staying at?
Oh, shit. I got to the point I didn't even do after party.
So that's what I'm saying. It was something that reminded me when I saw Puffy going through what he's going through in his mansion. So this has been going on, just dudes never got caught.
Right.
Just to let y'all know. So people are judging him. I don't judge him. I don't judge Jay-Z. I don't judge Beyonce. What I tell people to pray for them because God is going to transform them. Remember, God humbles you.
Yes, last
And sometimes it's time. God allowed certain people to reach a plateau to transform them. Why? Because of the following. They got millions of followers. So when I go to churches and I see pastors, I had to check a pastor one time because he was talking about Tupac. And I'm sitting in the congregation. I was just visiting the church. And he spent 15, 20, 30 minutes talking about Pac. Like we in the back with a pentagram worshiping Satan. So I had to go to him and I said, "Sir, how you doing, sir?" You know, I didn't disrespect him, but I was like, "Yeah, you talked about my friend and, you know, I was kind of disappointed, sir." And he said, "Well, what do you mean?" And I showed him my plaques and me in the picture. It's like, wow. Oh my goodness. I said, now, I'm a man of God. I preach. I taught Bible study before and all that. But I think when we come from our flesh over the pulpit, sometimes that's a conviction. Maybe you're hearing Tupac in your home. Because most of the time when you hear a lot of preachers preaching on rappers, maybe their kids are listening to it. And I wish y'all would just come to my church and learn what y'all really listening to, you know, that kind of stuff. So my thing to the churches, you pray for these rappers. Pray for all of them. Because when they come to the light, if we feel like this one sold they soul, that one sold they soul, that has nothing to do with the power of God.
Yes, that part.
Because when Christ was crucified, where was the first place he went to? He went down to Hades to free the captives. Let's keep it 100. So those who we feel that are captives right now.
Talk that shit. Yes, sir.
In this game, okay, Satan ain't nothing to play with. He even told Jesus, bow down to me. I'll give you all of this. I'll give you, that's his thing to get you. But who are we? Who are we to judge them? That's the thing. And sometimes God is allowing this to see what's in us to judge them.
Go ahead, bro. Say it.
Say that. Oh my God.
Jesus said, I come not to condemn.
Oh my God.
I come not to condemn. So why are we condemning Jay? Why are we condemning him? Why we? Because that's why I said, that's why I do the number one finger and the number zero, because we going by what we see. The world is going by what it sees, not by what it hears. We perish because of lack of what? Lack of understanding. We perish not because of sin, lack of knowledge, not because of sin.
4:6 say, my people suffer for lack of knowledge.
Lack of knowledge. There you go, brother. Thank you. Thank you for the correction. You feel me? So when it comes down to this, what does God say? He who winneth a soul is wise. So it takes wisdom.
Come on.
Jay, Puffy, he's going through it because God knew. It's time.
He got to take that ass whooping. He got to take the ass whooping.
Well, I look at it like this. When God gave Adam dominion, that means he gave us all dominion, freedom of choice.
Free will.
So everybody, even on this platform and these videos, all your choices has consequences.
Yes.
It's God's will and it's man's will. So what you felt like doing, saying, whatever case may be, it has a consequence. So when your marriage don't work or something don't happen, point inwardly. I chose. That's what I chose. Lord, I chose. It may not be something that you, come on, we're not doing no Jewish tradition like, okay, Lord, I'm going to marry this woman. You didn't want me to marry a Hittite or a Hevite or a Jebusite or something. No, we ain't in that. We just chose because of what we chose, and whatever the consequences were is what it is. Don't be saying, man, she did this. That's why I had to leave her. No, he did this. I had to leave him. No. You chose. Now, I could flip it because back in the days on the street, we used to have the player's handbook. The player's handbook, Heather, if you was with me and we chilling, I don't want to pick on you, and you happen to like my man. I see you looking at my man like, damn, why you looking at my man like that? Oh, you like him? Hey, Prince, come over here, yo, Prince. This is Heather, this is Prince. Prince would be like, man, it's okay. It's cool if I talk to her. Yeah, it's cool. See, the player handbook with the pimps, she chose. You chose. Why am I gonna beat? Why am I gonna smack her and be like, you bitch? No, you chose. It's okay. It ain't no hate here.
Let me tell
Why
you
women beating up women because she chose his man? Or no, you take it out on the man. Why y'all want to beat up the women? Or why the man want to beat up the man? She chose.
I'm gonna tell you
In New York, that was the player's handbook. I'm just saying.
I'm gonna tell you how it's gonna work.
But in real life, a lot of people are in positions and problems they are because of their choices, financially and all different things, y'all. Even sometimes the health's been eating the wrong stuff for a long time, and the consequences of that cause you to have this and have that. And now we want to take it to God. Oh, Lord, please help me, Lord. No, now God is with you through it, and he gives you peace through it. But lots of time it was because of our choices. So the first thing we do is repent from bad choices.
Yeah, come on, brother. Taylor.
So everybody chose to do what they did. And sometimes you could get so far off, but God's love won't let you fall so quick. It's when he's ready to pull you back, but you have to know that's him. That's why I tell the churches, you pray for them, y'all, because they don't see him. They're blinded. But when their eyes is open and they realize, guess what's going to follow through? Many of their followers. Because the message that the God puts on their lips is going to transform a lot of lives, y'all. That's what I believe as a radical dude.
Right.
So we could go all over the place with this, with the hip hop stuff. I mean, I feel I'm honored to have been called an iconic music producer, but I'm here to network with anybody, to answer any questions. I'm not that dude that's like, nah, don't give them my number, don't give them my information. Man, y'all could call me. Y'all can holler at me anytime, bro. I love all of y'all on this platform. You hear?
Yeah,
and that's just it.
Man,
That's
we
what
appreciate
Ground
you,
Watch
bro.
is.
Real shit. We appreciate you.
That's what Ground Watch is, man. Heather, I'll be praying for you, and what came to me is anoint your kids. You anoint their bodies, anoint their beds, and believe God for that miracle. There's a lot of new things. There's a lot of new things out there. People got on TikTok that can help almost cure, I guess. I don't want to say it does, but a lot of health herbal stuff for sickle cell and all of that.
I'm looking into it.
Tap into all of that and believe God, y'all. I'm telling you, stuff that I've been through, I said, Lord, you pulled me from this, man. Sometimes you got to demand a blessing from him. You got to holler at him. And sometimes you got to go into a secret corner and get naked before him. You tell him 100. Don't be on no, oh, Lord, in the name of Jesus. No, Lord, let me holler at you, man. Because when I hollered at him, I said, yo, so much is happening, man. Pac getting shot, my man died, and all this. I said, but everybody's saying you trying to get my attention, man. This how I prayed to him. I said, man, if you, look, everybody's telling me you trying to holler at me, man. I said, if you show yourself to me the same way how I represent this thug, like, I'll represent you, man. You got my attention now. Do you know I was going to get some weed from Harlem because Harlem had that good weed, and this man standing on the corner, and he came to me and he said, son, I know you on your way somewhere. I don't know you now. I'm dressed like this. I'm dressed my New York. I wasn't in no suit. And he came up to me and said, listen, the Holy Spirit told me to tell you that prayer you prayed that night. Like, how do you know it was night? And then he said that you would represent him. He told me to tell you that he heard you. That prayer, that changed my life. That day changed my life. So when God comes to you, Heather, he's going to blow your mind. And that's what he likes to do, only for you to believe.
Come on. Oh, my God.
But sometimes we don't believe. So sometimes we got to go to God and say, Lord, forgive my unbelief, please. And keep it 100 with him. No, he's not a witch. This is not witchcraft. But guess what? The whole world could sit here and say, man, this is demonic. A lot of this stuff is demons and demonic. Look at what he got on. Look what TikTok is showing. Did you see that? Did you see at this concert? That's demonic. They are worshiping the God of this and the God of that. Everything is demonic. Everything is spiritual. But a lot of people have never experienced a supernatural move from the Most High.
Come on. Yes. Man.
So I hate to take it there, but that's what is up with me. I'm telling y'all, that's what happened to me. In the midst of all of the drama, I know everything that happened. But Christ came and pulled me. He snatched me and sent somebody to me and said it was me that did it. If you don't believe, he quoted a sentence from my prayer, man. How did that man know that?
Right. Come on now.
He knows how to get everybody's attention. And he'll know how to get Puffy's, Jay-Z's, Beyonce, all down the whole long list, because it's getting worse. It ain't getting no better with this demonic stuff we seeing. But Satan is only doing what God is allowing him to do. Remember that. He has no power.
No power. None.
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 It's funny you say that, Kev, man. It's uncanny to me, because the stuff that you said, bro. You see me, I was throwing my hand. I don't know if you see me throwing my hand.
Yes.
But I can testify to everything that.
Man, you know what? I'm going to give y'all another moment. This going to blow y'all mind. When we used to stay with the Shakur family, Thug Life was Tupac, Biggie, and Live Squad.
Right.
Do you know what started the beef between Tupac and Biggie? Oh. Baby, baby. Biggie came out with Baby, baby first, but Tupac started Baby, baby. So we all used to say, baby, baby. If you win the lotto, baby, baby, you meet a fine man, baby, baby, that's my baby. You know, you do this. Any accomplishment, it was always us saying, baby, baby. So when Biggie sent his album from the Bad Boy Studio down to our studio, the first thing came on, it's all good, baby, baby. Pop jumps up. That nigga stole my shit. Oh, shit. And blah, 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 blah. And we're like, dog, we all say baby, baby.
Right.
That's what started it. But when we stayed with the Shakur family, and the lady named Grandma said, listen, I want everybody to come in a circle. I want to pray over all of y'all. She prayed over all of us. And she said, I want to share something with y'all. The Lord showed me a vision that the devil is going to try and split y'all up if you let him. So I'm asking you all, before y'all get on stage, say a prayer together. Do you know us, Biggie and Pac, we used to say a prayer together. But then as time went on, we stopped. But we called her Grandma. Grandma prophesied. We weren't in no church. We believed, but we weren't into church. But Pac family was heavy into the Lord.
Yes.
On Sunday, we couldn't play the beats. We couldn't do nothing. We serve God. We're going to cook this dinner, and we're going to have a big spread, and everybody's going to eat. But y'all cutting that off today. We serve the Lord today. You
ever been out to his joint in Marin, when he lived in Marin?
No, when he's in Atlanta. This was in Atlanta when I was with him. So when Tupac got locked up for shooting those two police officers, I was right there too. And when they had him locked up, she came again and prophesied. She said, listen, Tupac is going to get out of jail before the sun come up. Okay? No question about it. So y'all don't worry about it. So they was very spiritual. And do you know, a lot of us forgot about it because that happened early in the evening. So about 4 o'clock in the morning, it was still dark outside, and I heard him coming, they can't keep me. But see, little did Tupac know that his mother had a long talk with us. Said, Pac does not have self-control. I need y'all to help him. He's a Gemini. 1 minute he's here, and the next minute he's there. So when y'all seen Tupac spitting at the cameras, yeah, but guess what? Back up in the hotel room, he regrets it. So the Tupac Biggie beef could have been squashed. Pac wanted to squash it because it's almost like you in your 20s, you're 20 years old, and you and your man get into a fight. Yeah, but you know when you did that, man. You know how you did that, man. I know, but you didn't understand, blah, blah, blah. Oh, man. All right, man. My bad. Ed Lover even knows that. He did an interview when he went up to Pac and we was trying to squash all of that stuff. It was going to be squashed. But once it gets to the media and all that other stuff, it gets spiraled out of control. And that's what happened, y'all. So much I could say to a lot of stuff to that I know personally. You understand? So we used to beat up Pac, not really beat him up, but we used to hold him down and punch on him because he used to act like a big baby. When Tupac got sleepy, you couldn't do. It's like he's a pain in the neck. You know when a baby is tired, it's like, oh, it's time for his bedtime. He just whining and crying for everything. That's how he used to be, man. And I could laugh and I miss him for that, but you know, it was a lot of pain in the neck moments with him. He just used to be all over the place, man. Why we sitting here? Why are we sitting here on this video? What y'all doing? Y'all feel like hanging out? Don't y'all getting tired of sitting there? It's like, nigga, calm your ass down, man. That's how it used to be. It's like he can't keep still. So growing around each other, we learned each other. So I knew a lot that the media didn't, is all I'm saying, and how it's been taken out of context and stuff like that. So I just wanted to share that before I go. But yeah, it's a lot of stuff that I've seen with the spiritual aspects of it too. So, I mean, I stayed on here longer than I should have, but it's okay. I'm glad I did.
I'm glad.
And, you know,
Me too.
I'm not hard to reach. You know, if y'all ever need me for something, just let me know. I'll be more than happy to assist. Or, you know.
Will,
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. We appreciate you again. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I need to hook up with Kevin and definitely Mr. Shaheed, man. You know.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
We got to pass me a number, please, on both of those gentlemen.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Now, who's the up and coming artist on here?
Hey, he just left, man. Fuck.
It's okay. It's okay.
Hold on. Let me see.
I'm gonna reinvent it.
I'm gonna try to call him. Hold on.
But yeah, Kev, man, it was funny you saying like the NWA of the East Coast and shit. I was trying to show you my glossy, my 8x11, and man,
Okay.
the paper articles.
Hey.
My group was the MOBB. The Mob album was called Never Trust Them. Came out in 1994. Man,
Right.
Man, and that was our first rip out. You know what I'm saying? First rip out in the golden era, man, and we tore asses from Oakland to fucking New York. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Man,
that's what's up.
You know, Jam Master Jay, Brady, rest in peace. That was my nigga. You know what I'm saying? That was my man's. You know what I'm saying? And yo, man, it's just I had just on some street shit. It wasn't even about music, you know, but that was my guy. You know what I'm saying? And
Do you know? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, it's funny. I was iterating. They call my crew the NWA of Oakland, of the Bay Area.
Okay.
You know? Yeah, we impacted so hard that it put us. We was on tour, man, with major figures. Man, this shit was just surreal. And
okay.
From the wild parties at the Ramada Inn in Houston, Texas.
Of course.
Yeah, you know all the shit. You know what I'm saying?
You already know.
Tickled me with all that shit. You know, that's why I was over here like dying and rolling out the fucking chair, man. And
now I could share another thing with you all. That when Jam Master Jay was murdered, right, by the guy who murdered him, he had the nerve, because they did a mural on Hollis, because I lived in Hollis, Queens. They did a mural with Jam Master Jay, and he got nerves to lean on Jam Master Jay's face and take a picture, the guy who killed him. Right? So Stretch, my dude Stretch, 1995 was murdered, right? And my barber, one time I was getting a haircut and he punched me in my back and like, yo, what's up? I was like, yo, what's up, man? He said, there go the nigga that killed Stretch. And he's sitting in the barber chair with his hat over his face like this, leaning back because he saw me. Now, I could have got him murdered, but guess what? I was going to Bible study, and guess what the lesson was for the whole week? Forgiveness.
Yeah.
Wow.
So check this out. I'm sitting there fighting because all I had to do was call Stretch Brother and say, yo, come get this nigga right here, man. They could have put him in the trunk and they could have done away with him, right? So the first thing I did was close my eyes and pray for forgiveness. That was such a battle with me. But here's the lesson, y'all. Last year, they caught the killer, right? For Jam Master Jay, right?
Yeah.
Do you know that's the same dude that was in the barber chair?
Wow.
That killed
So he had
Stretch.
it coming anyway. He had it
That
coming
killed
anyway.
my dude
Lord,
and
He
his
had it coming
murder,
anyway.
and they
Yeah.
pinned his murder on him. But guess what came into my spirit? Vengeance is mine, saith the Lord.
That's it. That's
So
it.
I could have been justified within me to murder this man.
But it wasn't your call. That wasn't
That
your. That
wasn't my
wasn't your
call.
big
right, right.
But I
Right,
was
Will.
still going to church and learning,
Right.
being groomed. That's
Right.
why I say application. Sometimes we think we can apply the disciplines and the obedience. That's where we fail. That's why we have to die daily. That's why we're trying to, lean not to our own understanding and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
And that's where I'm at with mine. That's why I do what I do, y'all. It ain't me. It's the greater that's in me. So the greater that's in you than you that's in the world, who is sitting on the throne, you or he? So sometimes we kick him off the throne and we sit on the throne like, I got this, man. But it takes a lot of humility to let him sit in your throne.
Yeah,
because I was a dude that when you looking at me the wrong way, I should be like, yo, what you looking at? What you looking at me like that for, man? But guess how I turned it around now? When a man is staring at me in Starbucks or whatever, I go up to him and say, hey, sir, how you doing? No. I know you saw me looking at you, man. No, you just look like somebody. I said, sir, it's all good, man. What's your name, sir? See how I flipped it?
Yeah.
See, so that's what I'm saying. We know ourselves, man. We know who we are. But what are you submitting to?
Right.
I know some
That's
things.
what,
like
and
that.
that's why, and that's what Muslims. That's the whole thing with them. They submit to the will of Allah. That's the whole
It's
thing.
okay.
It's submission.
And
Yeah.
one thing that I could give to Farrakhan, because Farrakhan said he gave his life to Christ. Did y'all hear that?
Yeah.
Last year, 2 years ago, because he had something wrong with his body and they had to take a lot of stuff out of his body because of cancer. And he said Jesus Christ came to his hospital bed.
Ah, man, look at God.
And I'm listening to him like, whoa, he said, that's right. And I repented and gave my life to Jesus at that moment.
Thank you, Lord.
And I was like, I wonder if anybody else noticed. And it's right on camera. He said it.
Yes,
So
he did.
I was like, praise God. But guess what? Many people forget to repent because some people don't like him and they say what they say. Oh, that's not my religion. They ain't.
Tongue shall confess and every knee shall bow.
That's why I don't judge nobody, man.
Man.
Yeah, people don't want to
We
admit
act
they
like
did
we
wrong.
got this thing, but it's a privilege. It's an honor to serve God. And that's the
Yes, it
prostrate
is.
of heart that we have to have. We done nothing to even call out his name. You understand? Because back then the Levites were the only ones to go into the holies of holies. And they had to have a rope tied in behind their ankles.
I was just
Because if
talking
they
about that.
wasn't right, if they wasn't right, they would fall dead. And if you go try to move that body, you will fall dead because you wasn't allowed to go into the holies of holies.
Yeah, we were just talking about that earlier. Yep, that's true.
Nice. Yeah.
So
that was closure for me, Kev, man. Once they caught the killer, that was closure for me. Because like I said, I ran with Jay real tough, man. He came all the way to Kansas City. Then we handled the business. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all Queens dudes soft.
from the Queens to say that.
I'm from California. I'm just saying. I'm from California. But I lived in
I hear you.
Hey, Trill,
Go to the South Side.
Hey, Kevin, I got somebody I wanted to introduce you to. No, K. He's one of my artists up
What's
and
up?
coming, and he's a producer as well.
Yeah.
I would love if you speak with him, and then he did want to play one song for you, if that's okay.
Where is he at?
I'm right here.
All right,
Well,
play. I want to hear the first 20 seconds. You don't have to play the whole song.
Queen?
Okay.
You never understand something. If you ever play your songs for someone who's a representation of some kind of entertainment company or whatever, don't be offended if they go to the next song, even if they didn't get to the hook.
Did not say that.
Okay, because me, I was going to be an A&R. I don't listen to beats like this. I don't listen to songs like this. I listen to songs like this.
Right.
Brother.
Because you can get I listen with my mind, and I can already hear the concept, the first 10 to 20 seconds of a song.
All right, here you go. I got it for you right now. I'm gonna play it for everybody.
see it.
Please, everybody, whenever I play this, please mute your mics because it will
Just play the song, bro. Just play the song, bro.
I'm gonna play the song right now, man.
Show me some loyalty. I take you to the royalty. Yeah, but you ain't gon' foil me. I see through the games and they know it's me. Yeah, they know I'm P, huh? Yeah, you ain't fucking with me, then you a hater. Yeah, but me, I'm a big gator. Yeah, I'm a big gator. Yeah, it's D&D on my phone. Yeah, it's D&D on my phone unless my mama call. Yeah, she the only one I wanna talk to it.
All right. That has potential. Now, another thing, what I say to artists is that it's not my opinion whatsoever of how anybody's songs sound. So let me take it slow, because your song has to be released to the masses. It's up to them, not me. Even if I was an A&R, if I could sign your record label or put you in these lanes, we not supposed to, like if somebody say, man, what you think? You know, it ain't about what they think. And then here's the reason why. When I was submitting production to, everybody can hear me?
Yeah.
Because I only see one face. Okay. So when I was submitting production to different record labels, right, I would have like, I never put no more than 10 beats on my CDs, and I would send it in. And the feedback, they would say, yo, we like the first 5, man. And I'm like, dang, they only like 5? Somebody say, man, we only like 2. Right. And then somebody say, man, we like the first one, the 4th one, the 6th, the 7th, and the 9th one. Mm-hmm. And then somebody would say, well, we like number 3, number 10, and possibly number 8. So that taught me that everyone's ear are different, number one. Have you ever heard a song on the radio and you're like, man, they playing that shit again. I don't like that song. But they kept playing it, and then they kept playing it, and they grew on you until you started liking that song.
Yeah.
So that's what I say to artists. You ain't playing it for me to say, yo, that's tight, son. So as an up-and-coming artist, this is what we used to say in New York. Queens, nigga. This is what we said in Queens. No, this is what we said in New York. Don't sweat your own dick. Excuse me, ladies. I'm sorry. Please forgive me for saying that in front of you, because a lot of times artists be sweating themselves. Mm-hmm. Producers be sweating themselves. You don't sweat your beat like you do a beat and be like, man, my beat tight. No, you just do the beat, whatever you felt like doing that beat, whatever went into it, and move on from it.
Yeah.
Don't play a beat for somebody and say, yo, this is tight, isn't it? That's the wrong approach, because you're going to get your feelings hurt.
Well, good thing I
Because somebody will hear it and they be like, that beat was all right. Because sometimes it's just all right to other people.
Yeah,
but when you
I understand
putting it on a high, yeah. So that's all I'm saying, sir. I don't want to go in so much depth with it, but I hear potential in everything. Now, the best thing to do, I'm gonna tell this, and I tell this to all artists when I'm standing in front of a whole crowd. Now, there's some family members in here with artists, right? And I say, where the family members? Yes. Oh, I'm sorry. Where the family members at? And I tell them, don't be afraid to tell your artists that you got a lot of work to do, or it has potential. Sometimes your closest people can be the best critic.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, because that's virgin ears. They the ones that, hearing you for the first time. That's where you're supposed to really get the honesty. Like, nah, I ain't. And if you have 5 people in your family listen to it and 4 of them like, yo, that's tight. Don't say it's tight because I'm your family.
Yeah.
If you don't like it, say you don't like it. Then it'll give you an idea of the ratio or how it is out here with songs. All my songs, people probably didn't like it. So what? I mean, I just did it. I didn't know it was going to go to,
Not every song is liked, that's for sure. And for any artist.
Yeah. So on that note, I'm just saying, hey, it's a pleasure talking to all you guys, and I'm not hard to find. Like I said, I'm groundwatch at Gmail, or Boog, you give everybody the number and stuff. If you feel like you want to text me or whatever, do that. I'm not hard to reach. So I just want to say that before I bounce.
Yeah, definitely drop your number in the chat, because
You said groundwatch at Gmail?
Yes. Or Ymail. I got Gmail and Ymail under the same name.
Okay, I got you, Kevin.
Yeah, again, we appreciate you for coming on, man. We know you take your time to speak with people. That's deep enough. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. Thanks for listening. Thanks for your time. And I hope I didn't take up anybody's time.
No, sir. It was a pleasure.
This is a career highlight.
Yes, bless. It's been really good.
Yeah, appreciate you all. And before we go, let me leave out in a prayer, all right? Because I'm believing in that when I come in contact with people I never met before in my life.
Yes, sir.
I just want to leave with a prayer, okay? If you don't mind.
Go ahead, brother.
Lord, we count it as a privilege to even acknowledge you right now. We count it as nothing else. Lord, you know each and every individual on this line, Lord, that we ask for your mercy and your grace, but we just want to praise you because you are an awesome God. You are a magnificent God. You are all powerful God. I just want to acknowledge that right now, Father, of if anything else, but also to come to you saying thank you for allowing me to even utter anything out of these lips coming towards you. And if there's any stench that is so undeserving coming from me, I ask for your forgiveness. But I pray for each and every individual on this line who their hairs on their head is counted. You know them. Lord, I pray blessings over their lives. I pray healing over their lives. I pray peace over their lives, Lord, because I don't know what's going on in their backgrounds, but you do. There's nothing hidden from you, Lord. As we sit here and utter out of our mouth your glory, your presence, your honor, your praise, Lord, that we give to you, that you in turn can see. You can look down on us right now and see everything about us, Lord. I pray over them, whatever their need is, Lord. I speak it in existence right now, Father. The same God that showed me, I'm asking you, I'm praying, Lord, that you show them. And as we depart from this video, I thank you for allowing me to meet each and every one of them, Lord. That when this video shuts off, that if anything that I said, Lord, that may have offended or anything, Lord, I'm sorry. Even in your presence, Lord, I'm sorry. But let something be planted that points to you in your glory from my life, Lord. That if they even didn't understand your power, let it have been exerted just now through my life. These things I ask in your name, Lord. Amen. So you all have a good day, and remember, I'm here, man. Y'all could holler at me anytime.
What's
Yeah,
your
we appreciate you,
you got
brother.
Instagram?
I think it's I mean, when you text me or email me, I'll look it up. I think it's low ground low, or ground watch. It's out there.
You got a phone number? What's your phone number?
773-505-5124.
773-505.
505-5124.
Gotcha.
All right.
505 again.
5124.
505-5124.
That's right. 773.
505-5124. Okay.
All right.
We appreciate you for coming today, brother, and we hope to see you. We host these meetings Monday through Friday at 11:30 a.m. Eastern time, so feel free to tap in anytime.
All right. Well, just send me the links in my
It's the
email.
same link every day, bro.
All right. All right.
Yep.
Bet.
Appreciate it.
Much love.
All right. Love.
You on mute,
God
Shaheed?
bless.
All right, much love.
God bless, man. Y'all take it easy.
Shalom.
All right. All right.
Thank you.
Shalom.
All right.
So much for your wisdom.
Thank you for listening.
All right, y'all. Everybody unmute your mics. Y'all know what time it is. Chris, you gonna take us out since you in here?
Yeah. All right. Everybody, please unmute your mics. At this time, we're going to end the meeting. And what we say is, I want to see us all at the top. And then everyone will say, because the bottom is way too crowded, worldwide collaboration. But first, we're going to count to 3 after I say the first part. I want to see us at the top, and then Trail Will is going to count to 3. And then we're going to say, because the bottom is way too crowded, worldwide collaboration. All right, you all ready?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I want to see us all at the top.
1, 2, 3.
Because the bottom is way
Bottom
too
is
crowded.
way
Way
too crowded.
too
Worldwide
crowded.
Worldwide
collaboration.
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 And
God first, family second, money third, man. Running y'all. Let's
I
go.
don't know the exact date, but next week we got Crucial Conflict coming on.
Hey, that's my favorite, one of my favorite groups, King.
Crucial Conflict coming on next week.
Monday next week I got Crucial
Yes, sir.
Conflict coming on.
If you miss
All right.
it, it's on you. Tap in.
Every
Worldwide
week I'm gonna have
collaboration.
somebody drop in.
Shaheed, I need take my number down. Why you
Hey,
got
334.
Time now.
334.
I had the
hold
central.
on. 334. 334. Okay, 334.
Everybody take my number. 841
841
8019.
8019.
Call me anytime. I'm up to like 4 or 5 in the morning.
All right.
Thank you, everybody, for coming in today. We truly appreciate it. And we hope to see you Monday through Friday at 11:30 a.m. Eastern time. Thank you so much.
Shout
God
out to
bless.
DJ Boom. Shout out to DJ Boom. We see you. Came in late though.
Peace to the gods
Yes,
and
sir.
queens.
Peace. Shalom.
All right.